Hey guys, hope everything's going well. You guys know that drill. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, comment down below. Follow me on Instagram at AIH_sports. Follow me on my finance channel at AIH Finance. Okay, so I wanted to look at this one story that caught my eye. And it's really an unfortunate situation, but people here that are collectors, speculators, etc., can learn from this, and maybe we could take precaution. So this is out of Alabama, Huntsville. Valuable rare sports card collection stolen from Huntsville home. And it talked about this one individual. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name correctly. Jua Key Moore says his dad, Horace Moore, is a former Negro League baseball legend in Huntsville. He says his father taught him the value of life, and collection honors his plight to make it to the big leagues. And he was collecting these sports cards as a kid. And this is when he was 12 years old, the article says. And what was crazy is that the collection that he's been collecting for, I believe, 40 years, if I see that, yeah, it must have been 40 years, it was all stolen. It's crazy. And this was the messed up part about it, is Moore thinks that the home may have been targeted because the thieves knew exactly what they were looking for when they entered his home. The air conditioner was moved to the side, and it had a hole where you could see out of, and the hole was pushed open. And I said, oh my goodness, they came in through the air conditioner. That's insane. And what the thieves stole was considered to be worth millions of dollars on sports collectors market, collectible market, football, and African American history cards of the greats. The Mickey Mantles, the Leroy, Satchel Paige, and all my Jackie Robinson cards and Roberto Clemente cards were stolen from his home. The list can go on. So that's insane. And the thing about this is, okay, maybe the thieves knew that he had this collection. They maybe knew the guy himself, right? And they took it. It's insane that this happened. And what can all of us do about this, right? So basically, you can't have your valuable cards at home. And if you do have your valuable cards at home, they need to be locked up in a heavy safe that a robber is going to have a difficult time taking from your home. So, for instance, suppose you get, I'm just throwing a number out, over 100-pound safe in your home, right? That's hard to take away from your home in a relatively short amount of time. And the thing is, since it's so heavy, would robbers want to target it? They could. But at the same time, they want to come in and out. And maybe that's the way, or maybe you want to put it outside your home where it's locked up in a bank, or some people may be, hey, I want to put it in a vault. But I do caution people putting it in a vault or in a storage unit of a very small company, because if it goes bankrupt, or if people actually steal the item from the storage unit, the insurance may not cover it. And I covered this before, that people put valuable items in the storage unit and the insurance wouldn't cover it because of the wording of the contract. So just make sure whatever insurance you're getting, make sure you read the contract, and make sure that vault, if you decide to put in a vault, has insurance, that you get insurance that is sufficient. because if the firm goes bankrupt, you got to figure out, okay, is that insurance going to cover that cost? Like, who does the item belong to at that point? There was a situation with the Karl Marx situation earlier this year, and PSA was nice to give the cards back to their owners, or I think they're in the process of doing that. It's a huge mess. PSA didn't have to do that, but they did that for PR. And it was also the previous owner's mistake for letting Marx do all this business and not take any deposit uphand. I mean, not uphand, but right away. That's what should have happened, but they didn't do that. The other thing that you may want to do is maybe put your crappy cards at home. And so if it gets stolen, right, you're like, okay, all your crappy cards are gone, not your valuable cards. I'm not sure how you guys want to handle it. It's up to you. I am taking precautions myself. I'm not divulging what I am doing, but it is, how should I say it? I am very careful in what I do and what I have at my home. And right now, some of my cards, or at least one of my valuable cards, a few of my cards actually are locked up in an undisclosed location. I'm not going to disclose where I keep it, but that's what you got to do. You got to make sure that, hey, keep your belongings safe, because this type of stuff, in my opinion, is going to be happening more in the future. The reason why I say this is my parents live in the North Shore suburbs of Chicagoland, and we never had a problem. And I think up until a couple of years ago, as pre-pandemic, maybe 2019, and my parents were out of the home. My brother decided to watch the Super Bowl with my wife and I at the time. And luckily, my parents went to a movie at the time, but it seems that our house was targeted, or my parents' house was targeted. Maybe there were workers that my parents hired, but they like flipped tables. They knew where to come into the house, because it was really strange, because you have to know our house, or my parents' house, to be like, hey, where can you enter? And yeah, they took a bunch of things, and they broke windows. They had to replace it. It was pretty messed up, right? And that type of stuff didn't happen in that type of neighborhood. So just because you think you live in the suburbs in an affluent community, if the economy gets worse, they may target those nice houses. I read that in Greece, when they were having economic problems, they were targeting the rich, affluent neighborhoods. So just because you think you're rich and live in a very nice neighborhood, you should think about that, right? You still need to think about how robbers could target your home. Maybe you had some workers, and they decide to come to your house, and they know you're not there, right? Or they have a feeling you're not there. Maybe they're scouting your home and you don't realize they're scouting your home. So just make sure, hey, be careful and take precaution. And once again, when times get tough, people are going to do stupid things. Look at what happened during the pandemic. You had a lot of hanky-panky behavior occurring. A lot of crime was going on. People couldn't handle the fact that they were locked up at homes, and they were laid off. So what happened? Right? They decided to loot all these stores. Michigan Avenue in Chicagoland. This is what happened. Those neighborhoods never got touched. And now, if you look at what's going on in Chicagoland, the Chicago Bears are going to be playing in the suburbs now. They're not going to be playing in Chicagoland. So we have a new dynamic going on. So make sure to, once again, keep your cards safe, because it doesn't matter what neighborhood you live in. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about this. Remember to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, comment down below, guys. Thank you. Bye.